Hello, everybody, and welcome to Rizzo Rink, the site of today's Wednesday night doubleheader, with Game 1 forthcoming between the Beer Wolves and the Revolution. I'm Caden Stewart. I'll be on the mic for both games on this sweltering hot Wednesday night yet again. I did not, in fact, get my wish, ladies and gentlemen. It is hotter tonight than it was on Monday, but should at least be manageable. Both teams on the floor appear to be ready to go. The officials will signal both sides to mid-rank. Just been informed we'll have two shortened games tonight. A typical 15-minute period, now down to 12 because of the heat. Likely a good call, and I do believe there should be some severe weather happening later today around the 9 o'clock hour. So good call by Commissioner Bob Stewart and the officials to shorten the periods. So instead of 45 minutes, it'll be a 36-minute affair between the Beer Wolves and Revolution. And later on tonight between the Black Storm and the Edge. Beer Wolves in their neon green with the orange trim, the Revolution, their typical brown with a red, white, and blue trim. Whistle sounds were underway as the opening face-off is fired at, sent back toward the glass near us. Fought for by the Beer Wolf bench. And Christopher Laspergata will almost pull away with it. Lost the ball, but his teammate is back on it. And now the Beer Wolves up on the far side of the boards. Mac Ensley, a pass in the main circle, dropped the ball but recovered it. Ensley around the blue line. And the pass further in. Pedroso, Valles looking for a pass, a shot instead. They'll one hop in front of the starting goaltender today for the Revolution, Sid Johansson, and go out of play. Not touched by Johansson though, it's a Revolution ball. They'll come across mid-ring. And the first pass to Tyler Falco. Falco, a shot, save made. Toby Fedor, the starting goaltender for the Beer Wolves. Beer Wolves sent that one out of play. It'll stay Revolution ball. Just barely out of play. Maybe Brady's a teammate on the Beer Wolf bench. Second Revolution shot of this first period is deflected and sent high. It stayed in play though, taken away by the Beer Wolves. Anthony Stranix in the corner, trying to come away with it, lost the ball. Shot in the middle by the Revolution now. Second effort turned away. Toby Fedor slams the door early on. Two quick saves against the Beer Wolves. And the Revolution are now back on offense. Correction, two quick saves against the Revolution for the Beer Wolf goaltender. The Revolution will stay on the offensive. Falco is knocked down. Now Falco is streaking in. His shot is off the leg of Fedor, sent high and gets his own rebound. Falco to the middle, shot, and again saved by Fedor. Was loose in the crease for a moment, but the Beer Wolves now clear away with it. Ensley through the main circle. Ensley spins, looking for room behind the back. He scores. Mac Ensley with a bit of English, and it's 1-0 Beer Wolves. Ensuing face-off is won by the Revolution. Both sides now with one face-off win in the early goings here. Taking it away was Dominic Burpee. Burpee's first and only look at the possession, a wayward pass. It'll go out of play, and it's Beer Wolf ball with a fresh 30 seconds. 9:20 on the game clock. 3:40 gone in this shortened first period. First of three shortened frames. Cole Pedroso's shot sent wide. Rebound is loose in the crease. That'll be a push by Bailey or Hosky of the Revolution. I brought about the whistle. It'll stay Beer Wolf ball. Cole Pedroso tracking down a pass around mid-rank. Pedroso's pass is an assist attempt to Nathaniel Winters, who's turned away at the doorstep. Another save by Johansson. Richard Nelson will bring it up across both blue lines. Nelson directing traffic, looking for help, gets a pick set. Nelson in the middle, going off the helmet of the Beerwolf, loose in the middle of the floor. Here come the Beerwolves the other way with McKenna. McKenna, and on goal, a shot, and he scores. Aiden McKenna makes it 2-0 Beerwolves. He joins Ensley just under 2 minutes after Ensley broke the scoreless tie. It's 2-0. Third face-off in this early part of the first period was briefly won by the Beerwolves. It's still thoughtful over by the glass. Both sides fighting for it, swatting at it. Glass Brigada trying to come away with it. And it will be a Beerwolf. It'll be Robert Lohman who gets the credit for the win. His next pass, though, goes to Las Brigada. In the far circle, Las Brigada has Pedroso up top. Now he goes to Ensley, who came in behind him. Ensley in the top of the near circle. Shot clock to 3. Ensley in the middle. And 2 defenders on Las Brigada did not get a clean shot off. It's a violation against the Beerwolves, and the Revolution have possession. Tanner Mearns is now in on the action for the Revolution offense with 2 passes in a row. Try to play the rebound off the boards on the wayward pass from Murphy. He could not. Now brought in by Mason Harding. Shot clock to 5. Harding out wide. Shot sent way wider. And it'll be another violation against the Revolution. We're going to have the penalty issue. So the first penalty of the day will go against the Beerwolves. 2-minute minor for an illegal sub. Revolution start with the ball on this fresh man up, the first one of the day for either side. Jack Gerzebek, the recipient of the first pass, now has to track down the loose change. He goes by Johansson, his teammate in net, and now comes across mid-rink with the shot clock a little more than halfway expired. Falco to the middle. Falco a shot, turned away Fedor. Rebound pops out in front of him, and here come the Beerwolves. 1-on-1, man all the way in and turned away. Connor Mann, now a shot through the legs. He scores a man-down goal for Connor Mann. It's 3-0 Beerwolves. Stay 5-on-4 in favor of the Revolution, but a man-down goal by the Beerwolves will make it 3-0 before the Revolution can strike. Off the draw, another face-off win for the Beerwolves. Another shot attempt on goal, but deflected wide. Tommy Mikulski, the shooter. The Revolution will have it around the blue line. Cutting in Falco. Falco gets the pass, fired shot, and either deflected or saved. It was ruled a save by Fedor. And it's a fresh 30 seconds for the Revolution. Jeffrey Vedder's shot, turned away by Fedor. It rattled in and out. It stayed out. It will be Revolution ball as the ball went further out of play. Jeffrey Vedder inside the blue line. Vedder pass further in for Falco, who's now knocked down going into the corner. Falco evades a hit. There's Jason Jones, who's somewhat slow to get up. Now back to his feet. Revolution holding it. Penalty now expired, back to full strength. Whipped shot on goal, and Jones eats that one. Good block by the veteran Jason Jones. Stay Revolution ball as The ricochet off Jones's helmet went sailing out of play just over the Beer Wolf bench. Jeffrey Vetter in the near circle. Vetter a shot, save Fedor, and he's pouncing on the loose ball in the rebound, in the crease. Cole Pedroso over by us, takes the pass, goes to Winters. Winters in for Lafferty, and he couldn't get that one in. Frank Rafferty didn't intend to target. Rafferty up the floor. Pedroso drops it back. Rafferty a shot. Save. Rebound. Didn't go. As Johansson was able to get back on before it came all the way out. To the waiting Beer Wolf, that's Ryan Mackey. Richard Nelson across mid-range. Nelson trying to find a hole in the defense. Cannot. Now he does. Nelson further in. Shot clock halfway expired. Nelson the return feed. From the top of the near circle, a shot deflected and off the glass. It stays in play, and it's Beer Wolf ball back to the other side of the floor. Connor Mann almost picked it up. Nelson fighting for it in the corner. It's a shot clock violation against the Revolution. The Beer Wolves never got clean possession. It'll be Beer Wolf ball, though, in their offensive zone. Under 2.5 minutes to play in this first period. 3-0 Beer Wolves, chance to add to it. Alex Pedroso from the point, shot saved. Rebound is loose and picked up by the Revolution. Jeffrey Vetter over by the far boards. Vetter around the main circle as Aiden McKenna in tight coverage. Now driving in, Vetter a shot, save Fedor. Rebound is almost out to a teammate. Would have had a great shot on Fedor, but unable to bring it in. Now the Beer Wolves the other way on the offensive. Dante Venuto shacking it down the corner. Venuto looking for help. Nobody home in the middle, though. A shot is saved on the chest pad of Johansson. Swatted at and sent to the near corner. The Beer Wolves again fighting for it. And diving around is Venuto. Same with Santo Domingo, as both of them in there fighting for the ball. Venuto finds Ensley in the middle. Ensley in space. Shot, save by Johansson. The rebound's off the Revolution bench. Tracked down by Pedroso. That's Cole. Cole Pedroso over from the corner. Around the back of the crease, over the top of Johansson, and he kept it out. The Revolution goalkeeper with a shoulder pad save. Final 60 seconds of play. It's currently Revolution ball. Pedroso knocked it loose. Pass goes to Ensley. Ensley spins. And Ensley drops it back and just couldn't hit his man in Lohman. It'll go past Lohman and McKenna. And now McKenna with 20 on the shot clock will pick it up. 25-second difference between shot clock and game clock in this final minute. McKenna through the blue line. Into the far circle, Aiden McKenna nearly stripped. Now he is picked up by Pedroso and it found iron. All the way back down. It'll be picked up by Fedor. Shot clock nearly in sync with the game clock. Maybe a half-second difference. McKenna around the midline. Now reset and disabled. Game clock to 12 and 11, and a pass to the middle from Winters was wide. Rebounds back to Ensley, directing traffic with 7-6. McKenna in front, shot, save. It's off 95, and that'll end the first period. We're through 12 minutes of play here in a shortened game one on this Wednesday night. It's 3-0 Beer Wolf. Still plenty of time, though, a 3-goal deficit. And we'll be back in 2 minutes. We're through 12 minutes of play here at Rizzo Rink through this first period. We'll have a second 12-minute period. It's the 15-minute typical time shortened to 12 because of the heat today. 3-0 Beerwolves after the first period, and off the draw, it is a strong and very pronounced win by Dominic Murphy, but he'll be whistled for it. And it's Beerwolf ball off the opening draw in the second period. Still no clean possession, but Rafferty has it. Now the first shot of the second period deflected wide. Saved by Sid Johansson. The goaltender matchup will remain the same. Johansson versus Fedor. Mackey had a chance at it, went backhanded and it's saved. Rafferty chasing down the rebound. Fedor will get it and drop it right to him. Shot clock will be halfway expired when Rafferty gets across the middle of the floor. Rafferty through the blue line. Now in the near circle. Rafferty tripped up, lost the ball. It's loose. Picked up by the Revolution. And here they come streaking past the broadcast booth. It's Jack Gerzebeck in on goal and sent wide of Fedor. And the rebound will go off Henry Brin's Hall of Fame banner. West of 94 in the background. Shot clock will reset for the Beerwolves with 1:15 gone in the second period. Shot from Mackey is deflected and saved. Santo Domingo gets the rebound. His first pass goes to Ensley, sent wide. Now Winter is back in for Santo Domingo. He couldn't find that one. Juice on the middle of the floor. Santo still fighting for it, can't get it. And Revolution ball. Better in the middle, better a shot, he scores. The Revolution on the board early in the second period. As Jeffrey Vetter to Jaden Cox for his first goal of the game. It's 3-1 Beerwolves. Off the draw, ball still loose. Lohman briefly won it. A quick pass to Lasprogado picks it up. And now Lasprogada up along the far side of the boards, cuts it through the middle of the floor. Lasprogada knocked down, fired a shot as he was falling. It was saved by Johansson. The rebound is still contested on the outskirts of the crease. And it'll be deemed Beerwolf possession. Rafferty, Pedrosa, and Winters sub on. None of them going to pass. A shot from the far side of the floor, and they score. It's now 4-1 Beerwolves. Waiting to see who scored it. And it'll be number 18, Connor Mann, with his second goal of the day. He scored back-to-back for the Beerwolves. Albeit 9 minutes separating the two, but it's now 4-1. And it's a 3-goal lead yet again. Face-off won by the Revolution. Murphy drops it off. Falco a shot and deflected off the boards. It'll go all the way back down to Johansson. Sid Johansson further up the floor this time. It goes in and out of the stick of his target. That's Mason Harding. Now Johansson gives it back to Harding, who has to hurry. Shot clock at 6. It's a 5. Harding to the middle. Looking for Falco. It's wide of him. Off the board. Shot clock violation on the Revolution. Tommy Mapolsky will begin the fresh possession for the Beerwolves. We'll wait for some teammates. Now he finds one of them in Mackey. Mapolsky subs off. So will a few others. Mackey to McKenna. McKenna in the middle. Turned away. Shot, they score. Aiden McKenna gets his second of the day. It's now 5-1 Beerwolves. And Toby Fedor was hustling off the floor. We'll see what the delayed call will be against the Revolution. So it was a 2-minute bench minor against the Revolution for an illegal sub. Washed out by the goal, though. It'll be 5-1 Beer Wolves. The game-high 4-goal lead. 5 minutes and change gone from the second frame. Ensley in close coverage on his man, but he gives the pass to Falco. Falco now tied up by Ensley. Another man's there. That looks to be Rafferty. Pass goes by him. Falco to Jeffrey Vetter. Vetter further in for Nelson. Nelson beneath the shot clock, which is down to 8. Nelson to the top. Falco winds and fires. It's saved by Fedor. Las Brigada up along the near side. Now Las Brigada down the floor. Mackey bobbled it, recovered, and pardon me, that's Venuto. Venuto, Rafferty, Winters. Las Brigada will sub off. Winters driving in, has a lane, he scores. 6-1 Beer Wolves. As again, it'll be Nate Winters. His first goal of the day, it's 6-1. Timeout called by the Revolution. 5:53 to play in the second. The Revolution is slow to lead. So the Revolution called their first time out of the game, the first one from either side. The 6th goal was conceded by their defense. It's now 6-1 Beer Wolves, and the Beer Wolves will win the draw coming out of the Revolution timeout. Las Brigada has it between the midline and the blue line. One bounce pass for Rafferty, a shot turned away by Johansson. Great save by Johansson, maybe getting some momentum back in his own personal favor. Jeffrey Vetter around the midline, looking to get some momentum back for the offense of the Revolution with a shot clock halfway there. Here's Nelson to Falco. They score! Nelson on the assist, and Tyler Falco with his first goal of the game. It's now 6-2. And the timeout may have worked a little bit for the Revolution as they get a save and a score right off the bat. Off the draw, Burfee fighting for it. He'll win the draw. Burfee, a pass out to the side, knocked away. And a glove fell off from Dominic Burfee. He's back on it, subbing off. And the Beer Wolves score. They get the goal right back. And shot from the far corner in front of the Blue Cross sign will go in. And this one scored by Cole Pedroso. It's his first of the game. Face-off contested, knocked away, and sent into no man's land. Oh, there it is. Yeah, that one sent way wide over my head. Almost hit me on the ricochet, but dodged it. By dodged, I mean didn't come close. So neither side could win their appeal for possession. As honestly, I'm not even sure who deflected it last. So we'll have another face-off at mid-rank. Las Brigada versus Murphy. And Las Brigada will win the draw. It appears, maybe not. Ball still knocked loose. Kicked at toward Johansson, and Sid Johansson becomes the first player to get clean possession. And here's the Revolution. Made a mistake during that face-off scuffle. Timeout called by the Beer Wolves. 7-2, the Beer Wolves lead. 2:42 to play in the second. It's Jaden Cox getting called for a 2-minute penalty again for the slash. And the Revolution will be a man down until 42 seconds remain in the second. Coming out of the Beer Wolf timeout, it's possession to the Beer Wolves. Rafferty has it, gets the return feed in the near side. Rafferty back to Ensley in the middle, and gives it back to Rafferty, directing traffic over the head of Rafferty, or over the head of Ensley, pardon me, and shot sent wide. Cole Pedroso took it, and the ricochet is all the way back down. Toby Fedor picks it up. Shot clock is 6 into 5. Pedroso across mid-rank. Shot clock to 3. Pedroso winds and fires. Save Johansson. Rebound is thrown down. Diving attempt on goal is turned away. And Sid Johansson will come out of it unscathed. First 35 seconds of the penalty are killed. But they'll have to do it again as the Revolution are again called off by the whistle before they can get across mid-rank. Ensley has Pedroso close by. A no-look pass further in. McKenna whipped one on goal. Sent wide. All the way back down by Fedor, who's chasing after it. Now forced to go into the corner. Seconds ticking off the shot clock now. It's down to 14 and 13. Finally picked up by Venuto. Venuto, Ensley, Dixon, dumps and dives, and a lot of D words I just said. None of them were real verb. Here goes a ball on the ball for the moment, though. Las Brigada from the top. McKenna underneath. And the pass sent wide, out of play. Revolution ball. And the penalty clock down to 30. The Revolution can kill the remainder of their man down if they so choose. Borhosky, Falco, Vetter are on the blue line. As Nelson to his left. Vetter holding for the moment. Shot clock to 8. They want to get the rest of this penalty killed, and it's a smart play. Vetter a shot sent wide of Fedor. Rebound to Falco at the buzzer. It's saved by Fedor. Rebound was loose for a moment. Pounced on, so it'll be Beer Wolf ball nonetheless. Ensley the other way. Ensley a shot. Shoulder pad saved by Johansson. Revolution pushing the ball across mid-rank. 25 seconds to play in the second period. Goes it back with the pass to Nelson. Nelson further in, shot, and it's a great touch, but a better save by Toby Fedor. The shot came from Harding. Rebound Falco, back to Harding. Shot clock not a factor, game clock to 7. Another shot deflected down, Fedor lost it. It's loose outside the crease, a shot, they score! Just before the horn. Bailey Orehosky right before the buzzer makes it 7-3 Beer Wolves, and the Revolution will exit the second period with some offensive momentum in their favor. They've scored 2 of the last 3 in the game and now trail by 4, 7-3. There's still a moment before we get back underway for a third period action here between the Beer Wolves and the Revolution. But during this intermission, we'll take a moment to do a quick alumni shout out. Shout out to Tom Sharp Jr., longtime Beer Wolf player, and he challenged Mac Ensley pregame to score 5 goals today. Ensley opened the day with a goal 2 minutes in, has not found the back of the net since though, but still 12 minutes to score 4 goals. Nothing is impossible in the PBLA. And again, continuing with Tom Sharp, second generation player, as his dad, Tom Sharp Sr., played here for many years. Looking forward to seeing Sharp later on this year for some fantasy draft action in the Beer Wolves League. I believe the name of that league is Last Effin' Try, spelled out EFFIN, and Ensley will have his last try to get that 5-goal bet win. "12 minutes to play in regulation time. It's a 7-3 lead for the Beer Wolves. Is looking to hold on to it and go into a nice air-conditioned somewhere. Not there is a rink just yet, but an air-conditioned location after the game. Opening draw in this third period is won by Tanner Mearns. And Mearns took a beating into the boards. And shot they score the other way as Mearns, after taking the beating, got a pass off. He found Richard Nelson down the floor, and Nelson will score the goal. And Mearns getting a compliment from the official there, as I believe that's to be a compliment. No cursing after, so I think so. 7-4 lead for the Beer Wolves, as it's now Richard Nelson joining the party. The Revolution has scored 3 of the last 4 in the game, maybe coming back to life here late and still have time to build off the momentum. Las Brigada sends one out wide. The pass is now still loose off the ricochet from the boards. Now picked up by the Revolution, and here they come. Pass up the stick with Murphy. Mad himself, but it's back to Beer Wolf ball. Menudo has it, pass knocked down. Jaden Cox fighting for it, and Cox will win that battle. Cox across the mid-floor. Vetter picks it up off the side of the boards. Shakes off a man. In for Cox. Lost it off his stick and pounced on by Fedor in the crease. And Fedor took a step outside his crease. Jeffrey Vetter shades of LeBron. That's our ball, ain't it? He'll sub off. He'll be back to Revolution possession. Richard Nelson inside the blue line. Nelson drops for Harding. Harding in the nearest circle. Shot clock about halfway expired. Harding to the middle. Caught by Ruiz. Ruiz spins out. Now fires a shot. Save Fedor. Rebound was over top of Fedor and now brought in by the Beer Wolf goaltender. Fedore's first look is at the Robert Lohman. Lohman's by his defender, now further up the floor. Past his man though, Blaise Cicerone. Now back into the sink of Sid Johansson, the Revolution goalkeeper. $9:16 to play in the third. 7-4 lead for the Beerwolves. The Revolution looking at cutting into the lead. Driving in, shot, save Fedor. Shot clock resets for a fresh 30. Nelson, shot, again saved by Fedor. Rebound picked up by Mackey. Now Ryan Mackey shifted the ball. One-on-one fight by the Mark Squilla sign. Mackey back on it, a shot deflected, sent wide. Laspragada will have it, crossing the mid-range line. Laspragada between the circles, 3 defenders on him. He still holds on to the ball, jumps in for a shot, and it's saved off the shoulder pad of Johansson. Jaden Cox, 2 defenders on him. Winters being one of them, he knocks that one loose with the help of Venuto. And now Winters chasing it down. Nate Winters still trying to bring it in, he cannot. 1-on-none, Falco scores! And Falco now with 2 in the game. It's 7-5 Beerwolves, and you can feel the Revolution starting to climb back into it. Under 8 to play in the third. 7-5 Beerwolves. Another face-off won by Burfee. Burfee directing traffic. It was a pass that goes off the stick of the Revolution. And now brought in cleanly. That's Mason Harding. Harding with the shot clock halfway expired. Around mid-rink. Harding in deep by the Roman Catholic sign. A pass, which was nearly a shot. Looking for Vetter, who tipped it on net. But it was eaten up by Fedor. Beerwolf ball the other way. Ensley in the middle. Ensley in for Santo. Santo back to Ensley. Ensley further in, and a pass goes wide. Played by Johansson, now lost it, but he loses it into the stick of Andrew Ruiz, his teammate. Ruiz slowing the pace up along the far side of the boards. Ruiz for Vetter. Shot clock halfway there. Vetter for Nelson. Richard Nelson from the top. Shot saved by Fedor, but they say last touch by the Revolution. Maybe caught a piece of them before it got to Fedor. It's out of play. So it'll be Beerwolf ball. Cole Pedrosa from the top. Shot saved by Johansson. Johansson for Nelson. Nelson finds Brandon Reese, and now play whistle dead. And it looks like a penalty will be issued here. Waiting for the final ruling. Or correction, timeout by the Revolution. 7-5 the score in favor of the Beerwolves. 6:19 to play in the third, and plenty of time for the Revolution to even this game, maybe take a regulation. Coming out of the Revolution timeout, it'll be possession for the guys in brown. behind the back of the net. Orhosky tried to track it down. Orhosky pushed into the boards. Whistle against the Wolves, and it's back to Revolution with the first 30 seconds. Tanner Mearns on the blue line. Mearns to Falco. Falco driving in, shot safe. Fedor goes sprawling out of the crease. The rebound's back to the Revolution. Now Nelson spins by his man. Nelson sticking his face, trying to get away. Now he does, finds Mearns. Mearns to Nelson. Nelson trying to get around Mikulski. He cannot. Got a shot. Falco diving in. The ball sent wide. Hand goes up. And it'll be a delayed call against the Beerwolves. Coming out of his net, Johansson. It'll be 6-on-5. Shot clock was reset. Now down to 23. Driving in. Knocked down. Was a Beerwolf. It was a Revolution. Pardon me. And right as Mikulski gets the ball, whistles will sound. Everyone back to their feet. Let's see what the call is. Clock running under 5 minutes, now 4:50. The penalty is announced. Penalties against Robert Lumen. Check from behind. 2-minute man up for the Revolution. Falco thought about it and thought better of it. Now gets the return feed. This time takes the shot. It's off the face mask of Fedor. Rebound back to Falco, and he spins away into space. Falco to the middle of the shot, turned away. It stayed out. A hands up again. And it looks like we'll have 5-on-3. The clock will stop at 4:28. Are now primed to get within 1. Anthony Stranix, a 2-minute minor for roughing number 42. Clock running to 4:25 and ticking. A pass out wide. It's Vedder and Nelson. Now a shot attempt sent wide of the net. Rebound back to Johansson. Shot clock to 15. Johansson up the floor to Falco. Falco drops off a shot. They score! 5-on-4 and still 7-6 Beerwolves. The goal scored by Jeffrey Vedder. And now under 4 to go. The Revolution have all the momentum in the game. So a minute 8, with the clock ticking, currently sits on the 5-on-4. It's 7-6 Beerwolves. The Revolution have scored 5 of the last 6 in the game, and each of the last 4. Off the draw. Face off won by the Beerwolves. Back the other way they come with Venuto. Venuto into the corner. Fires one high and brought in by Las Brigada. Over and back, penalty called. Here come the Revolution with 40 on the penalty clock. Nelson gets the return. Gives to Falco. Falco back to Nelson. Nelson further in. Driving in. Ruiz turned away. Back toward Nelson. It's now picked up by Falco instead. Shot clock to 10. Falco in by the scorer's table. To the top. Harding. Back wide for Falco. It's all the way back for Johansson. Wind up. Fires a shot. It is just high to the left of Fedor. His left, that is. Timeout is called by the Beerwolves. 2 seconds remain on their man down. Over, obviously, momentarily. It is a 1-goal lead with 2.5 minutes to play in the third. 7-6 Beerwolves, and will be possession to the Wolves. This final 150 seconds. Coming out of the timeout, it's possession to the Beer Wolves. Cole Pedroso across mid-rink. Pedroso, a pass in deep, it's wide of his man. Cicerone, the intended target, didn't quite get there. And now back to Pedroso on the top. Shot clock halfway expired. Pedroso, shot, save Johansson, the rebound is loose, picked up by the Revolution, and here they come, now slowing the pace. Further up the floor comes Gerzabek. Gerzabek a shot, save Fedor. Rebound back to Gerzabek, and it's sent wide. Wide of Gerzabek, and Tanner Mearns has it in the corner. 10 seconds to play on the shot clock. Vedder has the last goal in the game. Shot clock is 6. Vedder driving in. Vedder pushed wide, behind the net, to the middle. Mearns, a shot, slave Fedor. The rebound's in the corner. Mearns fighting for it. Same with Vedder. It's won by Lohman of the Beer Wolves. Lohman's back the other way, and a 2-on-1. Lohman back to the middle, a shot, save Johansson. Rebound back, shot, they score. The Beer Wolves up by 2. Clock stops, 1:26. The goal scored by Connor Mann, and the hat trick goal could not have come at a better time with less than 90 seconds to play in the third. Their first goal of the third period. And it comes 10 minutes and 34 seconds into the frame. Their first goal in over 15 minutes. And face-off violation against the Revolution. It's Beer Wolf ball. Las Brigada has it. Winters plays the pass on a hop. In the main circle. Winters out wide. Winters, the return feed, driving in. Another shot turned away, Johansson. Rebound to Jaden Cox. Revolution have a chance here. Cox, Nelson. Richard Nelson can't get across the mid-floor. Shot clock to 22. Gets it to Cox, and he just beats the horn, barely getting it across before the 10-second violation. Cox to Vedder. Vedder looking for Mearns. It's wide of him. Rebound comes back out to Nelson. Nelson, the shot, saved by Fedor off the inside of his leg pad. Back to the Beer Wolves. 41 seconds. Rafferty in the open net, they score. Johansson was out for an extra man, and it's now 9-6 Beer Wolves, and that will be the nail in the coffin for a Beer Wolf victory. Clock ticking down, now below 10 seconds, 9-6. The scoreboard reads in favor of the Beer Wolves with 2 goals in the final 90 seconds to pull away and take the victory in Game 1 on this Wednesday night. One game down, 1 to go. The Edge and the Beer Wolf, or the Edge and the Black Storm, pardon me, coming up next for the next 36 minutes from Rizzo Rink in the nightcap on Wednesday. See you in a few moments on the other side. Hello everyone and welcome to the Rizzo Rink for the late game on this Wednesday night. We are underway between the Black Storm and the Edge. We'll have a full-length 15-minute period game today. And a 2-minute minor penalty going against the Edge to start this game. It'll be against number 4, Spencer Homan. Homan gets the first penalty, 2-minute man down for the Edge. Looking to pull off the upset here of the Storm. Askenaz from the top, shot deflected down before it got to the Edge goalkeeper and Victoria Sloan. Nick Fox now winds up with the ball at the top. Fox finds Askenaz. Askenaz, again, saved by Sloan. Now the Black Storm will try it over again. Sean Quinn, Nick Fox. Fox shot deflected. Winds up again in front of Sloan. And now it appears the ball stuck in the pads of the Edge goalkeeper. And now the Edge with clean possession on the man down. Curtis Renard through the blue line. Renard is shot, saved by Andrew Sloan, who will get the start of net today for the Storm. Sloan on Sloan for the second time this year. Father versus daughter matchup in net. Quinn, Nick Fox, Posadi out wide, a shot, and the net moved, it went in. It just barely found the bottom left corner, and it's 1-0 Storm. So about 2 minutes and 20 seconds into regulation time. It's a 1-0 Black Storm lead. As the favorites strike first, it's Posadi getting the goal. Another shot came on from Bozak. It was turned away by Sloan. Ryan Cook in the corner fighting for it. Swatted at by Sloan. Cook a shot, turned away. And a piece of equipment now loose on the floor. That'll be attended to shortly. Edge ball, Julian DeFinis winds and fires off the chest pad of Sloan. And he'll scoop up the rebounds. Now further up the floor, here comes Bozak. 3 men on him, and it won't matter. Bozak scores. 2-0 as Colin Bozak now beats Sloan to the bottom right. And again, 2-0 Black Storm early in this one. Like the rain starting to come down outside Rizzo Rink here in Philadelphia. Maybe I'm just seeing things, but it sounded like it for a moment. Off the draw is Edge ball with Lawrence. Lawrence across mid-rink. Lawrence fighting for it just in front of the Black Storm bench. Swatted at, sent off the glass. Renard and now in the mix. Couldn't bring it in either. And now the Edge with clean possession with Burrell. Kyle Burrell, a shot saved by Sloan, loose in the crease and pounced on by the Storm goaltender. Now Storm ball the other way on offense. Moving around, slowing the pace, Caden Zidell, a pass to Cook, pass to Posadi. Now pass to Quinn, off the chest pad of Sloan, and Sloan's back on it in the crease. Sean Quinn with a shot on goal. Now the Edge back on the offensive. Brian Andrews across mid-rink. Andrews further up the floor. Finesse will have it. Try to give it back for Hammer, and David Hammer couldn't bring it in. John Saunders picked up the ground ball, and Saunders is up the floor with it. His first pass was to Nick Fox, and Fox now looking for Cook. Goes right to him, 7-33 on the pass. Cook in the corner. Cook back to Fox, and he couldn't bring it in. Played off the boards, looking by Quinn almost. Now Quinn with clean possession, but not before he's fully past Sloan. Posadi between the circles, a shot, they score. 3-0 Storm. Posadi has his second. And with that, the rain's starting to come down a little harder outside Rosette. Sean is pouring outside. I have headphones on. I can still hear it fairly loudly. Off the draw, it's Black Storm possession. Blake Askenaz has it for the moment. Askenaz in front of the edge bench. Askenaz fires one wide to the left of Sloan. Rebound to Posadi. Posadi between the circles. Posadi back. Cook with a one bounce shot, which was blocked before it got to the goalie. Back to Posadi. Posadi. Zadell back to Nick Fox, and Fox with a shot, turned away again. Zadell behind the net, up to Cook. Cook, shot, save, and then score as Victoria Sloan initially got a pad on it, but it took a bad hop and winds up in the back of the net. And it's now 4-0 Black Storm. About halfway through this first period, ball is loose over by us. It's scooped up by Askenaz. Blake Askenaz in on goal, shot saved by Sloan. Rebound came back up to the edge, and Brady Calciano picks it up. Calciano up the floor. Next pass to Gillespie. Gillespie hits Calciano. Calciano looking for Gillespie again, and it's one bounce pass that goes under his stick and into the corner by the scorer's table. Calciano chasing. It's still loose. Shot clock down to 1, and that will be it. Violation against the edge. And now a shot after the whistle. It came from the second number 51, Julian DeFinis. Now it looks like it will be a penalty issued against DeFinis. Julian DeFinis gets the first penalty of the game with a 2-minute minor for delay of game. The rain only seems to be coming down harder, now starting to drip through I-95. And we'll see how much of this game we can get in. Just making sure the floor doesn't get too wet. I should open up my water bottle, let me get some fresh water in there. It's dwindling at the moment. Still a few periods to go. Clock stops at 6:05 to play in the first. 4-0 Storm, looking to add to it. Nick Fox to Ryan Cook, back to Fox. Between the circles, back to Cook. Has Posadi to his right, instead goes to Fox to the left. Now Sean Quinn to the left of Nick Fox. Fox to Posadi now in the corner. Posadi, shot, Askenaz, turned away by Sloan. Askenaz got his own rebound, and now diving in the back of the crease, he goes down. Big Askenaz down injured. Went down similarly in the last game, but now up to his feet. Clock running with 5:20 and now less ticking off the clock. Whistle sounds, edge back on it, they'll resume possession with Matt O'Brien. Askenaz now to the bench. O'Brien the pass. He's past his man and goes into the corner. On it is David Hammer. Now the Storm up the other way with Sean Quinn. Quinn has Posadi to his right, instead fires home. It's wide of Sloan. The rebound came off the boards and went off the back of the net. It's edge ball yet again. Gillespie on the first possession for the Edge. Gillespie in the corner, under the shot clock. Gillespie lost it. Black Storm had the ball. Nick Fox had a chance in a one-on-one. Couldn't bring it in, and now the Edge have it. Hasdorn further up the floor. Hasdorn gets to David Hammer. Hammer tied up, lost the ball, and the Storm are on it with Quinn, and something just fell. I don't know what that is. Hopefully the next one doesn't fall on me. Posadi with the ball for the Storm. Out to Fox. Fox centering feed, turned away by Sloan. Zadell gets the rebound off the glass. Zadell to Quinn. Quinn, shot off the shoulder pad of Sloan. Rebound falls in front of her, and Kyle Burrows on it for the Edge. Askenaz doing some community service, picking up the residue with his stick. Seems to be good to go as he gets the all clear. Now Andrew Sloan fighting with the shot. He makes a save, but goes behind the back of the net. Under the shot clock now and cleared out of the direct problem area. Now Nick Fox out, shot off the iron just behind Sloan as Colin Bozak is turned away by the goalpost. Nick Fox tried to swipe at his shot and wound up missing it, getting called for a violation. Edge are on it. Edge ball to Finnis, just inside the blue line. To Finnis hits up Friedman. Friedman under the clock. Friedman tied up, trying to spin past this man in Quinn. Sean Quinn was great defense. Friedman tried to tuck the corner. He could not. Now edge ball yet again with Burrell. Burrell shot, they score. Burrell on the assist and Julian to Finnis. After the penalty earlier on, gets redemption and scores his first of the game. It's 4-1. Off the draw, it's Storm ball. Askenaz to Posadi along the far side of the floor. Posadi around the blue line. Posadi finds Askenaz. Askenaz from the blue line fires a shot off the boards, off the back of the net behind Sloan. Now picked up by the Edge. Here they come the other way. Burrow across mid-range, for Renard and couldn't get it to him. Zadell tracked it down and makes Renard miss. Zadell for Posadi. Posadi up the floor to Cook. Cook to the middle. Zadell, one hopper. It's off the leg pad of Sloan. Rebound picked up by Nick Fox in front of the broadcast booth. Fox shot, saves Sloan. Rebound to Cook. Cook in front, and Cook scores. 5-1 Storm. Ryan Cook with back-to-back goals for his team. And with under a minute to play, it's a 4-goal lead. Two-minute bench minor for an illegal sub against the Edge is now washed out due to the Black Storm goal. Courtesy of Ryan Cook. Draw is still contested. Swatted at and now slipping down. It is extremely wet in front of the Edge bench. Off-speed shot is off the Black Storm player and into the corner. 6 seconds and 5 ticking off the clock. Cook has it down to 1. Nick Fox, last second, saved by Sloan. It is the Delaware River in front of the edge bench. Storm side, little bit dry. We'll keep a close eye on rink conditions as this game progresses. I am getting wet. And I have breaking news into the broadcast booth. The National Weather Service says severe thunderstorms until 8:45 p.m. The water is in the rink area, not quite on the floor yet. Commissioner Bob Stewart on site to assist officials in determining playable conditions or not, as Stewart is now by the edge bench. Well, I'm not entirely sure what has been hitting me, but something has been falling. Maybe just clumps of water. But yeah, I'm right under a pillar. This is gonna be fun now. Yeah, it's raining on me. So final seconds of this first intermission. We have an active, I guess, wiping in progress, but that sounds a little weird. I was going to say ragging, but that doesn't sound any less weird. But there was a drying progress, drying. Both sides out of their bench. And it looks like we will continue play here at Rizzo Ring. So the show must go on, wet or not, buckets of rain or not, colliding with I-95 above us. I'm no meteorologist, but with how hot it's been the last few days, we knew this was coming at some point. I was just hoping it held off earlier on. Running clock to begin the second period. 5-1 Storm after the first 15 minutes of play. Askenaz has it for the Storm. Askenaz between the circles through the blue line. Now up around mid-ring. Askenaz pressured. He stays on his right side of the floor. Has Quinn in front of him. Instead goes to Cook. Shot clock to 15 and ticking. Cook in the near circle. Now to the middle. Bozak on goal, and it's nearly between the legs of the new edge goalkeeper and Eric Young, but kept out. Richie Snow fighting for the ground ball with Lawrence, and run by Max Pulcini and crew as Pulcini will sub off to the edge. Pat Gillespie around the blue line. Gillespie gets one on net. It's saved. And the rebound came out to the Storm. And the penalty against the Storm. Two-minute minor interference against number 5, John Saunders of the Storm. 13:30 to play in the second. Kyle Burrow holding onto it for the edge, gets the return. Burrow a shot, saved by the Storm. Blake Beal now in net, point number 28. Beal versus Young. Beal's first pass intercepted by the edge, and the shot on goal. Sean Walsh took it. Sent wide. The Storm back the other way. Nick Fox in a one-on-one opportunity. They didn't go to it. Instead, the shot is sent wide. Rebound is tracked down, and now an over and back for the Storm. And Brent Beal couldn't get it over legally. Piano, the shot attempt, which is sent wide to the right. Renard hits Burrow, and Burrow's shot attempt eaten up by Beal. Blake Beal down the floor. Nick Fox has it by the Roman Catholic sign in between the circles. Fox pressured out, splits the defense. Fox on goal and saved by Eric Young. A great defensive sequence there for the edge. Burrow again brings it across mid-floor, gives Gillespie back to Burrow. Burrow, a one-hop pass, now by his target DeFinis. DeFinis tried to fire on goal, it's sent wide, nearly slipping down was Burrow, and that Burrow whips one, which is deflected high and sent off the partial ceiling next to 95, and now Burrow slow to get off the rink. Andrews has it in the main circle. That's the return feed just inside the blue line. Andrews sent out wide, and Beal deflected it. Maybe not, they say. It's back to edge ball. Matt Reuter. Cross mid-ring. Reuter gives for Zadell. Caden Zadell. Ryan Cook this time. Cook in the far circle, a shot, and it rattled off the iron. The ricochet is all the way back down to Blake Beal in net. He's forced to stop it before it was able to trickle in. Lasadi has it around the main line. Lasadi in the near circle. Lasadi, shot, saved by Eric Young. And the edge goaltender has been spectacular in his first 4.5 minutes. Gillespie has it in the main circle. Gillespie gives for Friedman. Friedman beneath the shot clock. Friedman tried to get it past Beal, and he kept it out, stuck in the pads. Nick Fox gives for Saunders. Saunders to Zadell. Double pumps, now fires a shot, saved by Young. Rebound came out toward Nick Fox, who's tied up with an edge player. That's Chris Calhoun. Calhoun now on Cook. Cook gives to Saunders in the middle, who couldn't get the shot off. Saad will chase it down with a fresh shot clock that was retro to a few seconds ago. Now Pasadi in the main circle. Pasadi driving in. Shot, saves Sloan. Rebound loose, swatted at, knocked into space. Nick Fox has it. That shot again sent wide to the right of Young. Askenaz plays it off the boards. And Askenaz's pass is knocked down. And here come the Eds the other way. And a 5-on-5. Pass off the glass in front of me. Another player slipping down. Being the captain, Matt O'Brien for the Edge. Cook diving. And it's up in the crease. The goal waved off. And it's the first time someone's beaten Eric Young in his first few minutes, but it does not count. crease violation against Cook. Sean Walsh chasing after it. Walsh gave it back to Friedman, who subs off. Burrow, a shot saved by Beal. The rebound came out to Andrew Thomas, took a stick to the helmet. Thomas, with some words after the play. Now further up the floor. Askenaz, a shot, he scores. And Blake Askenaz beats Eric Young for the first time in Young's shift, and it's 6-1 Storm. So again, the edge to the penalty washed out due to the Black Storm goal. This one would have been 2 minutes for slashing. Eight minutes to play in the second. Remains 6-1 Storm as of now. The Edge still fighting for a potential face-off win here. It's in the corner with Spencer Homan. Homan one-on-one with Posadi. Posadi's by Homan. Now goes into the corner. Now out to the crease, he scored. Somehow the ball snuck in. The officials will talk about it. Blake Askenaz might have his second goal of the game and back-to-back for the Storm. And the officials will talk about it. We'll have a conference just to make sure. Askenaz appeared to have a good goal. And maybe not. Blake Askenaz's goal now waved off. They say Askenaz did not leave his feet. It's now 6-1 Storm, which is the previous score before the shot attempt from Askenaz, who has his second goal of the game. Wiped off, he's back down to 1 on the day. Shot sent high by Gillespie. Ricochet played by Zidell, who has help. Zidell, Posadi. In front, they score in a brilliant sequence by the Storm. Cutting in front of Posadi was Brent Beal, and it works out well for the Storm offense. They get that goal right back, and it's 7-1. Posadi now with a hat trick on the day. Rain seems to have lightened up outside. Storm ball. Posadi shot, they score, and now the Black Storm starting to pile it on in the late half of the second period. It's 8-1 as Posadi has his 4th of the day. Off the draw, face off sent to the corner, Matt Ruder tracking it down, and Ruder's on there for the Storm offense. Ruder across the blue line. Matt Ruder between the circles takes a shot, at least a physical one, as he gives to Posadi. Posadi to Bozak. Bozak shot, he scores, and Colin Bozak get his second goal of the day. It's now 9-1. appears the captains will have a conversation about this in front of the edge bench as the floor continues to get wetter by the moment here at Rizzo Rink. 4:49 to play in the second as we currently stand. And it looks like the game will continue, and it will. The clock continues to run. 8-1 Storm. Fox wins the draw. Andrews takes it up against the boards. Andrews by the June sign, fighting with Askenaz for it. Still loose. Placido swiping at it. And now the edge offense is back up with it. Sean Walsh's shot, which is saved. The ricochet comes back out to Cook down the other end. Cook jumping in front, turned away by Young. Richie Snow fighting for it. Snow swats at it, tried to find Cook again. And now Cook takes it into space in the corner. And Cook called for the violation. Edge ball. Plastino through the blue line. Plastino as the pass goes high and wide past him. Here's Matt O'Brien. Up before Friedman. Around the blue line. Friedman is shot, saved by Beal. Loose in the crease momentarily. Released briefly and picked up by the Storm to bring it back the other way. Nick Fox around the blue line. Fox dishes Placido. Correction, that's Reuter. Reuter behind the back to Saunders, who goes behind the back as well with the shot, but it's saved by Young. Now Nick Fox checked out wide. Quinn shoots, scores. Quinn gave it to Matt Reuter, and Reuter gets the first of the day for either him or his brother, and it's now 9-1 Storm. Face-off is sent way in deep to the offensive zone of the Storm. Nick Fox, a behind-the-back pass out for Colin Bozak. Bozak plays it off the boards in front of the Black Storm bench. Now Bozak driving in, underhand shot, and it falls in. Bozak just beats Young, and will get his third goal of the day. It's now a 10-goal Storm lead. They have now scored 5 goals. Correction, 6 goals in the last 7 minutes. 11-1 Storm with 1:40 to play in the second. Brent Beal will take it away for the Storm offense. Beal pass to the middle, knocked down. Matt O'Brien fighting for it. O'Brien has the ball lofted in the air between the legs. What a goal. Blake Askenaz between the legs, and he beats Young again. It's now 12-1. Askenaz has the second. Final minute of play in the second period is now a runaway for the Storm. 12-1. They've scored 7 in the last 8 minutes. Brian Andrews, with 2 Storm members on him. He'll win the contested play in his offensive zone. Fired a shot. It was saved by Beal. Beal thought it got by him, but it's deflected out wide in front of him. Saunders. The pass corralled in by his teammate. That being McLaughlin up along the far side. McLaughlin back to Saunders, now over to Fox. Between the circles, Nick Fox just inside the blue line. Fox, Saunders, between the legs, they score! Saunders and Askenaz with some fancier goals to end this second period. It's now 12-1 Storm. So 13-1 Storm. They lead after the first 30 minutes of play. 15 more is scheduled to come from Rizzo Rink in the nightcap on Wednesday. And it's 13-1 Storm. We're through 30 minutes at Rizzo Rink in the nightcap on Wednesday. 15 more to come from a currently official game as it stands. If it gets called, it would be official in the PBLA record. And whether or not it gets called, it looks like it'll be a Black Storm triumph. They lead 13-1 at the moment. Still time for the Edge. They need to get going and fast. As Quinn fires a shot and he scores. Another one on the scorecard for the Storm. Sean Quinn has the 14th of the night for the Black Storm. Nick Fox has it in the near circle off the face-off win for the Storm. Fox with the pass out wide. He hits up Posadi. Posadi, Bozak looking for a hat trick. Bozak in for Cook, and Cook lost it. Max Pulcini trying to play it off the boards. He will. Pulcini in space. Pulcini up to Andrews. Now subbing off Pulcini. Andrews to Renard. Renard. Gillespie around the midline. Gillespie in the main circle, looking for space. Gillespie avoids Saunders. Now a shot. It's saved by Sloan, loose in the crease, and picked up by the veteran Storm goaltender. It's back to the father versus daughter matchup in net. Andrew Sloan for the Storm, Victoria Sloan for the Edge. Lasati thought about driving in, dishes to Askenas instead around the blue line. Now he goes to Nick Fox, who gets taken down Underhand shot sent wide. Ryan Cook got the loose change shot saved. Loose in the crease. Did it trickle in? Sloan says no. She kept it out. And the officials agree. So a 2-minute penalty issued to Gillespie for a check from behind. And the Edge will be a man down for the next 2 minutes. Storm in a 5-on-4. Nick Fox from just inside the blue line between the circles. This is to Cook. Cook lost the ball. Andrews is back on it for the Edge. Brian Andrews now taking a hard hit into the boards and lost the ball out of play. Last touch by the Edge, and the Storm will do it over again. Fresh 30. Cook, Lasadi in the corner. And back to Ryan Cook. Nick Fox between the circles. Fox, shockingly, has not had a goal yet. A 14-goal night for his team. He's not found the scoreboard. Askenaz in the near circle. Dishes to Fox in the middle. Fox gives to Cook. Cook back to Askenaz, and the shot sent high. 5 seconds on the shot clock. Fox from the top winds and fires. Deflected and kept out by Sloan. Victoria Sloan makes the save, and a penalty now halfway killed. And the Edge had the ball for the next 23 seconds potentially. Wayward pass. It's going to work out for the Edge. Maybe not. It's an over and back. Andrews couldn't bring it in. Now there's Nick Fox the other way. A shot, he scores. And just like that, Nick Fox is on the board. The 15th goal of the day for the Storm. And it's 15-1. Storm win the face-off with 10:45 to play in the third. Askenaz looking for it in the corner. He lost possession of it, and now the Edge have it. Ryan Cook, a light hit into Michael Wadley. Wadley's pass sent wide of Friedman. Friedman to finish, winds and fires, and shot is wide of Sloan. Rebound is all the way back past Victoria to Sloan and off the backboards. Askenaz plays it off one bounce, gives to Cook with a fresh shot clock for the Storm. Cook retreats to the corner. Now Quinn has it in the main circle, and now just outside of it. Quinn from the top of the near circle. Quinn finds Zidell, now to Ryan Cook. Cook jumps and shoulder pad saved by Sloan. He's hit from the crease too, so it wouldn't have mattered had he beat Sloan. And it'll stay a 15-1 lead. Gillespie has it in front of the broadcast booth. Gillespie across mid-rink. Renard drops, and pass was dropped by the Finnis. Finnis had Andrew Thomas in front of him. And now Thomas the other way. Thomas to Askenaz in the middle of the floor. Askenaz winds up. And a shot whistles wide of Sloan off the boards and off the back of the net behind her. Edge ball the other way. Gillespie again. Shot clock to 22 and ticking. Gillespie by the scorer's table gives to Lawrence. Lawrence nearly beat Andrew Sloan to his right. Storm have it. Zidell across mid-floor with a slower pace now. Zidell, Lasadi. Lasadi by the Thomas Taylor sign. Lasadi to Ryan Cook in the middle. Cook driving in. Shot. And good goal for Ryan Cook. It's Cook's third goal of the game, his first since 49 seconds remained in the first period. He has a hat trick, and it's 16-1 Storm. Another penalty would go against the Edge. That would be against Michael Plastino for a check from behind, but it's now the third Edge penalty today, washed out due to a Storm goal. Edge ball from the main line. David Hammer gives it off to Sean Walsh. Walsh out to Friedman. Friedman in the corner. Friedman is entering feed. A shot is deflected and sent wide by Sloan. Kicked into the corner. Friedman fighting for it. Friedman on goal for Sloan. Shot, they score. A second effort in front. And the Edge make it 16-2. Julian to finish for the second time today for the Edge, number 51. He has his third goal. Second goal, pardon me. He has both goals today for the Edge. 16-2 the scoreboard reads. Off the wet floor, Sean Quinn will scoop it up. Quinn gives to Brent Beal. Beal to Posadi on the far side of the boards. Richie Snow subs it off, among others for the Storm. Askenas takes the pass from Posadi, pardon me. Askenas to Quinn. Shot clock of 7 and 6. Quinn winds and fires and scores. Threading the needle, Sean Quinn. And Quinn now gets his second of the period. And make it 17-2 Storm. Lawrence fighting for it in the main circle. And Lawrence will be whistled for the violation of the face-off. Colin Bozak driving in, wants another one. A shot was saved by Sloan. Bozak got knocked down, lost his stick, and Posadi's back on it. Bozak already has 3 in the game. It's his first hat trick of the year. Zidell gives to Cook. Cook, the bottom of the far circle. Cook out across, tip, and goal for Zidell. 18-2. And Caden Zidell, with his first goal of the game, he joins the party. Storm send the face-off further into the finish. The finish, a one-hop shot sent wide. Rebound played off the glass by Posadi, who gave it to Nick Fox. Fox, an underhand look. Unintentional, but it got on goal. It was saved by Sloan. And now Edge ball the other way. Curtis Renard again has it in the main circle. Renard behind the back of his intended target, Friedman. Off the stick at the finish instead. Centering feed, and Fox had a piece of it for the Storm defense. Fox gives to Posadi along the Thomas Taylor sign on that far side. Posadi fakes the give to Saunders and now gets to Saunders. Saunders to Quinn at the top of the near circle. Quinn behind the back look. Now pass over the head of Nick Fox. Again into the stick of Posadi, who's on it. Posadi, Fox, shot on goal. It's kept out by Sloan. Sent wide. Matt Reuter has it, and Reuter back to Fox. Violation again on the Storm. Saunders up the other way. The Storm offense is back on it. Saunders, the wayward pass. Passed Passati. Andrew Sloan's back on it. Up to Sean Quinn. Quinn across the near circle, through the blue line, and through mid-ring. Quinn winds and fires. The shot was deflected by Matt Reuter. And Victoria Sloan has it back in her stick. Final 3 minutes of play here in regulation time. Sloan, good pass out to her teammate. A one-hop shot kept out. Shot came from Chris Calhoun. Quinn will launch one off the glass on the far side, and Matt Reuter will play it off the hop. Reuter through mid-ring. Reuter has a man behind him, and sneaking up on him was Michael Wadley. Reuter to Passati. Passati gives to Cook. Cook Askenaz, a shot kept out by Sloan. Picked out of the crease, it's still loose, and Sloan's on it. So Victoria Sloan keeps it out. Askenaz right next to her, and Sloan will try to pass it out toward Lawrence, but over his head, out of play. Final 2 minutes of play in regulation time. 18-2, the Storm will cruise to victory. Still 100 so seconds for the Edge to make the scoreboard look more appealing. Zadell to Quinn. Quinn, Passati. Passati will drain some clock, shot clock down to 10. Askenaz in the nearby area. Passati will do it himself. Cook in front of him. Passati looking for a pick. Gives to Askenaz. Shot clock to 2-1. Askenaz shot deflected. And a good block by Friedman. It's edge ball the other way. Friedman has Askenaz on him. Friedman. Walsh in the main line. Walsh. Dishes for the finish, who thought about a hat trick but didn't take the chance at it. Up the other way come the Storm. Zadell will slow the pace and won't go on the fast break, which he had every chance to do. Sportsman-like decision there by Zadell in the final minute.